So firstly, I'd like to thank the WCVA for putting on the event today. I roed arno'r digwyddiad. Fi'n siŵr mae pawb yn gytuno mae'n gret i weld Gofod 3 nôl ac online blwyddyn yma. So jyst i gael chi gwybod, byddai'n cael I recordio heddiw, ond bydd ni'n troi'r recording off ar y diwedd I chi gofyn cwbl o cwestiynau. So good afternoon. Thank you all for joining us on this Adobe webinar. My name's Owen Williams, and I'm the Business Development Manager here at Pew. So firstly, I'd like to thank the WCVA for putting on the event today, and I'm sure you'll all agree it's great to see Gofod 3 back and online this year. So just to let you know, we are recording the event, but we will turn the recording off at the end for some questions that you may want to ask. So here at Pew, we have a fantastic relationship with Adobe, and we've worked with them for many years, even going back to the Macromedia and Aldous days. So over the years, we've seen Adobe's innovation in creative and document management products lead the way, and Adobe Sign has helped change the way people can work, especially over the last year with so many people working remotely. And as we look at a post-COVID world and looking at a hybrid working environment, it'll allow people to work from anywhere. So I'm excited today to be joined by Thomas from Adobe, who's a Sign Solution Consultant, and he's going to go into great detail about Adobe Sign and explain how the legally binding solution can help with things like slow workflows, piles of paperwork, and how it can speed up your processes so you can get signatures in minutes instead of days. So os mae'n rhoi cwestiynau chi heddiw, rhodwch nhw yn y chat. Bydd Q&A dyn ni ar y diwedd, so os chi moyn gofyn y cwestiwn I Thomas eich hunan, allwn ni unmute chi a cael chi gofyn y cwestiwn. So if you do have any questions for Thomas today, please put them in the chat, and we're going to have a Q&A at the end, and then we can also unmute you and you can ask the questions yourselves to Thomas if you'd prefer. So that's enough from me. So if I bring Thomas in now, good afternoon, Thomas.
Hello guys. Hello and welcome. My name is Tomasz Pasierb, and I'm a solution consultant at Adobe, specializing in Adobe Sign, Adobe's electronic solution. So today I'm going to talk primarily about Adobe Sign as a standalone solution, a cloud-based e-signature service that allows the user to send, sign, track, and manage signature process using a browser or mobile device. So without further ado, I would like to kick off the session by going over the agenda first. So today I have only two topics to cover. So first I will explain what is Adobe Sign, where you can use it, what are benefits of using Adobe Sign, possible use cases in non-profit organization, processes that you can digitize to save time and money. Next topics on the list. I'm going to go through demonstration of Adobe Sign web portal. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a document and send it for a signature. I'm going to go through and show you what the recipient will see and how they sign a document as well. This demonstration is designed to be just a high-level overview of Adobe Sign. So if many of you require more in-depth demonstration, for instance, if you want to see how Adobe integrates with other applications like Microsoft, then let me know and I will schedule another session. If times allow, I will show you some integration, maybe Outlook or Microsoft Word, because it is very easy and quick to demonstrate. So what is Adobe Sign? Adobe Sign is an e-signature solution that provides the simplest signing experience. It is just as easy to sign as it is to send. So you can do it on any device. You can send a document for signature from laptop, a mobile phone, or tablet. So the only requirement is to have internet and the browser installed on this device. Also, what is important, Adobe is a Microsoft preferred e-signature solution with pre-built integrations that run directly inside Microsoft. So they are easy to deploy and use. And also Adobe integrates with many other applications as well, not only Microsoft. These are either out-of-box integrations or with the use of the API. But I'm not going to touch this subject today because it is more in depth. Finally, Adobe Sign is a secure and compliant solution. It provides e-signatures that comply with the broadest range of security standards around the world. Adobe is the leader in digital document solution and e-signatures, and it has been a leader for a really long time. I think it's been already 25 years since we started offering this solution. Adobe is changing how the world experiences digital documents, ensuring that processes can be 100% digital by moving beyond paper. And Adobe provides a number of innovations. So you can use workflows automation that can be achieved with the built-in workflow designer, and in conjunction also with Microsoft, for instance, Power Automate, you can ensure that you keep all the processes 100% digital. So you might ask what problems Adobe Sign solves. So the answer is simple. So you can get signatures in minutes, not days. Your workers can easily request signatures from others. They can sign documents themselves. They can track and manage the entire process electronically. So in fact, you can get signatures 28 times faster than pen and paper signatures. And on average, signatures are received back in 3 hours versus 8 days on paper. With Adobe Sign, you can work anywhere or any device. Signers, in order to provide a signature, they just click on the link to sign document from any device at any time. So no Adobe account is required from the customer. So if you send it to the customer, they won't have to register with Adobe. They just open the document in the browser and click in the place where the signature is required. Adobe integrates into applications that you're already using today. So if you think that you have to learn a new solution, then you are wrong, because all you need to know is how to use Outlook, for instance, Word, or maybe SharePoint. And the added bit extra there is just small Adobe Sign menu with 2 or 3 extra options. Apart of that, about 2 years ago, Adobe worked with Forrester to determine the 3-year financial impact of Adobe Sign. And we found out that Adobe Sign customers save on average about £5 per document, and from 33 to 65 hours per user per year. Customers who invest in our software, they can achieve up to 420% of total of return of investment over 3 years. So if you, let's say, invest £1,000 over 3 years, you gain actually additional 3 in savings. So we have the whole host of key Microsoft integrations. These are out-of-box integrations that you can start using straight away. So no need to learn anything new, because it is integrated into application that you already know and use. Today's presentation is about the standalone solution, but if you are able to understand that, then you won't have any problems with using it as an integrated software. Besides of Microsoft integration, there is a long list of other software applications with which Adobe Sign integrates. So Adobe can help you through the entire life cycle of documents, from the time this document is created, worked on in collaboration, up until the moment when it is finally signed and securely archived. So if you take a step back to see where Adobe Sign is being used, it is in every aspect of an organization, from customer-facing front office to back office operational functions. In your case, as a non-profit organization, there are many potential use cases. So first of all, you can improve document management. Most non-profit organizations work on very small budgets. So if you save on document management, you can relocate saving to another important mission-related task. If you digitize your processes, you save on paper, you save on admin, and I already mentioned 2 slides earlier that you save about £5 per document if you digitize it. You can use Adobe Sign for all kinds of applications that are now on paper. In your case, I would assume that you might have voluntary applications. Those need to be signed and archived somewhere. You can send documents in bulk, so a vast amount of time can be saved. And again, time is money that can be spent elsewhere. Whether you are a non-profit organization or not, I'm sure that you deal with expenses of your workers or volunteers, expenses that need to be signed and archived. Maybe contracts with your sponsors, suppliers, fundraising and registration forms, because you don't have to necessarily use Adobe Sign for signing. You can send a form to someone to fill it up and return it to you. This is a typical use case for Adobe Sign. Sponsorship contracts, budget approvals, maybe media release forms. I assume that you might have HR department, finance department. All of those departments process documents that require signature. These are all the places where Adobe Sign can be used to speed up the process, save paper, save time, to save you money, and to make your life easier. So now let's take a look at Adobe Sign in action with a demo. So today, demonstration is designed to be just high-level overview of Adobe Sign. And once again, I told you that on the beginning. If you are requiring more in-depth demonstration, then we can schedule another session for that. So now I'm gonna log into my Adobe Sign account and share the screen with you. So this is what you see is just a screenshot. So just let me open the browser. Apologies for that. And here I am on the camera as well. I hope you can see me. Just a second. This browser. So we are starting with talking about Adobe Sign as a standalone solution. It is not integrated. So this is the account to which you're going to be logging in order to request signatures. I will later also try to show you some examples of integrations. But anyway, anytime that you log in, you will be starting with the home page. This is where I am now. Right in the middle of the screen, you have that big blue button that says request signatures. So in order to request the signature from the customer, you just click on this. But before I do that, I will maybe explain those shortcuts that you have here on the bottom. I think it is important to start like that because it will give you an idea what else Adobe Sign can be used for. So first we have a fill and sign document. So this is the function that you will be using if you want to sign document yourself. So this is not you requesting a signature. This is someone who sent you a document and you want to sign it with the digital signature. So you can click on that, upload the document and send it back digitally signed. Publish a web form allows you to take a document, generate an HTML form that you can later place on your website. So the customer can, let's say, fill up the form on your website or maybe sign a document as well. Also with a publish a web form, you can generate a link to the document itself. And this link you can later use in the other applications such as Teams, for instance. Send in bulk allows you to send one document to multiple recipients. By multiple, I mean up to 300 at once. So you can upload the email address list in the CSV format and use it like that. Create a reusable template allows you to create a template that you use over and over again. Obviously, it saves you time. Manage and track all your agreements. Will take you to that manage tab in here. So this is where you see all your transactions, all your documents that you sent out for the signature, all the transactions that were cancelled, waiting for the customer to provide the signature, and so on. In this place, you will also find your templates and the web forms that you created earlier. And the last one on the list is enhance your account. So this one is gonna simply take you to the settings of the user that is currently logged in to your account. So now I'm gonna just show you how to send a document for a signature. So here I am. What you see now, it is very similar. Is very similar to every email form. So if you use some web-based mailbox like Gmail or anything like that, you will have the similar interface. So in the simplest form, all you need to provide is the recipient email address, type some message, attach the document, and click on send. But obviously, you have some additional options in here. So I'm going to just walk you through those as well. So I'm going to provide an email address of the recipient. I've got an access to that email address, so I will later show you how it looks like from the customer perspective as well. So this is Jane. She will be receiving a document from us. On the left-hand side, you can see the icon of the pen tip. So this is the default role that is assigned to the recipient, and this role is a signer. But you can choose something else as well from the list of the available roles. So you can make Jane an approver. So instead of asking for the signature, you can ask her to approve the document. You can ask her to accept the content of this document. You can make her just a recipient, or you can send a form to her and ask her to fill up the form without providing a signature. If you don't know to who sent this document, but you know the person who knows, then you can make the recipient a delegator. So when this person receives this document, she or he will delegate it to someone else for signing. So I'm going to leave it as a default signer. On the right-hand side, you have email. Email, this is authentication method. So all that is required from Jane, the recipient, is to just simply log in to her email. And by doing so, she confirms that she's the right person that is entitled to sign this document. But we can add some extra layer of security in here. We can ask her to provide the password. We can set up a phone authentication, so she will receive a text message with the PIN number. If we know that Jane has Adobe Sign account, we can ask her to log in there. And as I said at the very beginning, it is not required for the customer to have this account. Or we can ask her to upload a copy of her government ID, a scan of her government ID. What is interesting about this last option here, just before a recipient sent the scan to us, he will be asked to enable the camera on the laptop or maybe on the smartphone. It depends what she is using now, to take a selfie of herself. So you will receive her picture and the scan of her ID, so you can compare whether she is the same person. So below, this is the place where you type in the message. Adobe Sign, we're gonna place in here some template message. You can leave it like it is, or you can modify it, add some extra bits in here. It's up to you. And obviously, you have to add a file, a document for signing. So this is like attaching an attachment to the email. You can add. You can use the template that you have stored in your account, or you can attach the document from the cloud storage like Box, Dropbox, Google Drive, or OneDrive, or you can attach this document from your local hard drive. So I'm gonna just pick one. Obviously, you can attach multiple documents, and those documents doesn't have to be in any specific format. So you can attach a Word document, PDF, picture. You can attach even PowerPoint presentation, a simple text file. Whatever you attach in here, when you click on send, will be converted into single PDF document. So if you have multiple files, all of those going to be merged into one single multi-page document. On the right-hand side, you have some additional options. So we can password protect this file. So whoever gets hands on this document after it's been signed, in order to open it, they will have to provide a password. You can set up a completion deadline for this transaction. So let's say if you set it up for 14 days, after this time, transaction expires and the customer won't be able to sign it anymore. You can set up a reminder. So the customer will keep receiving emails reminding him that there is a document waiting to be signed. And you can send this reminder every day, every week, and so on. So I'm going to uncheck it and leave everything as a default. So now you can just click on send. If you know that in this document is everything that you need, you can click on send and Adobe Sign will automatically place a signature field at the last page on the very bottom of the screen. But if you want to define by yourself where you want to place the signature field, you can click on preview and add signature fields. This will also allow you to add some additional fields. So let's say that you want to have some checkboxes within your document. Maybe you have some terms and conditions in there, and you want the customer to acknowledge it. Then you can use those fields that we have available in here. So like you see, this is very simple Word document. All the fields that you can use here are in this menu on the right-hand side. So you can just simply drag them and drop to the required place. Also on the left-hand side here, you can see that Adobe Sign is trying to guess which fields you want to define. So we can use this. I prefer to use it manually, but I can show you how it works as well. So I'm going to click on that, and Adobe Sign detected 5 fields. Usually this thing will look at the underscores, some dotted lines, and it will place the fields in there. So like you see here, it detected the field incorrectly. The title is okay, first and last name is okay, and the date is okay as well, and the signature field is here as well. What is bad about this feature is that it's gonna by default define those fields as a simple text input, which is not always ideal, because for instance, if you look at the date, I think it is better to be more specific and set it up as a date, because then you will be able to define the format. That's why I prefer to use that manual method. So I'm going to reset all the fields now and do it manually. So same document, what I need is a title. So I'm just set for the title. I'm going to grab it and drop it in the right place. We need the name, so I'm going to put it in here, and we need the date as well. So let's assume that this text in the middle, these are some kind of terms and conditions, and you want customer to acknowledge that he read this text in here and he agrees with the content. So for that, you can, let's say, use the checkbox. So the customer gonna have to click on this. You can make this field required. You can choose some drop-down menu, so you can choose yes or no, that kind of stuff. So it is up to you. And the last field is a signature. So I'm going to define the signature field and place it in here. I'm going to click on send, and I'll be presented with the confirmation page saying that this document has been sent successfully for signature, and the email address to which it was sent. So it was sent to Jane, and I have access to that email, so I'll show you how it looks like from the customer perspective. So here it is. Like you see, Jane received an email from Adobe Sign, but you can change that. So if you have your account, you can change that Adobe Sign to the name of your company, obviously. And when I open that, I can see first the logo. This can be changed to your company logo. And right in the middle, there is a review and sign button. So there is no chance that customer will miss what to do with this email, because it literally screams in his face, click on review and sign. Below there is that message that we typed in. There is your company name, in this case this Adobe Sign, and the email address of the person who was logged into the account at the time of sending this agreement. So now I'm going to just click on review and sign. And like you see, this document opens. And Adobe Sign will guide you to the place that requires your input with that yellow arrow. So it points at the first field that requires your input. So I'm going to just click on that, type in my title. First and last name cannot be edited because this is kind of an intelligent field, and this field will be populated when you click on the signature and provide your name. I will show you that later. The date is kind of intelligent as well, because it will try to take the date and time from the device on which customer opens the agreement. So I'm going to just click on next, and it takes me to that tick box. So I'm going to just acknowledge that I read all these text in here, and the last field is obviously signature field. So when I click on that, I am presented with the 4 options. All of those are legally binding. So whether you choose type, draw, image, or mobile, it doesn't really matter. So the first one, you just type in your name. This is that's all. And the second one, you can draw your signature using a mouse and provide your name below. You can upload an image representation of your signature, which is a scan of your real signature, or you can use the mobile. So if you use the mobile, and type your number in here, you will get the text message with the link. When you click on the link, it will ask you to rotate your phone so you can sign your document with your finger on your touch screen. So I'm gonna just use the type in my name and surname. And I won't click on apply now. I'm gonna just close it and sign it later, because before I do that, I will show you what other options customer has. So let's say that customer doesn't agree with this document and she or he doesn't want to sign it. So in this case, in these options here, he can unfold it and choose decline to sign, or she can delegate it for signature to another person. If she selected some data and she thinks, in this case, Jane, that some selections were selected, or she put some wrong data to the documents, she can clear all these document data by clicking on this. She can view the history, so she can see where the document was created, sent to her, and if the document is in the workflow, she will see who signed this document before her, or maybe provided some other input to the document. And the last thing is she can download this PDF as well. So now I'm gonna just quickly type in all this data in here to sign this document. I'm gonna click to sign. Click on apply. And if I scroll up, you can see this her name was automatically placed in here, in the first and the last name. So now I'm gonna click on sign. And as soon as I do that, I am presented with the option to download a copy of this agreement. I can do that, but I don't have to, because I've got a copy in my email. So as a customer, I received a copy of the agreement along with the audit report. In the audit report, you can see the history of the document. So now let's go back to the account, to Adobe Sign, and I will show you where to find this document. So like I told you at the very beginning, you can find all your documents if you click on Manage and Track all your agreements, or you can go straight to the Manage tab in here. So here you're gonna see all your documents that are in progress, waiting for you. Maybe there is a documents that you need to approve or sign as well. And this particular document that we've just signed is in completed section here, because there's nothing else to do on it. So if you click on open, you will see the document itself. So you can see that the title is here, the name and the date is here as well. Jane has ticked that box and provide the signature as well. You can download this PDF. You can download an audit report as well and see the history of the document. So you can see when it was created, when it was sent out for signature, when it was viewed, and finally when it was signed by the customer as well. So I'm gonna download this agreement, because there are some additional informations available when you actually open that in the Acrobat Reader. So let me download it. So when you open it like that, what you see on the very top is the blue ribbon. So this is us certifying that this document hasn't been, sorry, I think opened a different one. Just let me go back to the downloads. I think I just put that in the wrong place. Hold on a second. Employment contract. Just let me find the right one, because it seems to be. It is in progress. Apologies, I just downloaded the wrong document. This is the right one. So when you look at this document, you will see that blue ribbon. This is us certifying that this document is the original one, hasn't been tampered with. Because if anyone managed to somehow get hands of this document, change at least one character in this document, or maybe put the space or comma, it won't be the original document, and we won't be able to certify the authenticity of it. So we ensure that document hasn't been changed, and also it is encrypted. So there is no way that anyone going to be able to do anything with that, make some changes after it's been signed. If we go to the signature panel, we also going to see the certificate details, Adobe certificate details. If customers sign this document with the certificate-based signature, you will also see this certificate in here. So you will see all the details of Jane, when the certificate was issued and how long it is valid for. So I think that's it about Adobe Sign as a standalone solution. How much time we have left so I can show you integrations of Adobe Sign. Are we good with time? I think we have about over half an hour left.
Yeah, you got a bit of time.
Yes. So as I said at the very beginning, Adobe Sign integrates with multiple softwares like Microsoft Word, Outlook, SharePoint, and so on, and some other applications as well, like some CRMs, like Salesforce, maybe Workday. And if you know how to send the document for signature from here, which is simply by providing email address, attaching the document, and clicking on send, you won't have any problems with using it as an integrated solution. So maybe I will quickly show you how to use that if you have it integrated in the Outlook. So here I am in my Outlook, and it looks exactly as the regular Outlook. What you have extra are those 3 additional buttons in here. So you can fill and sign document yourself. You can send document for signature without leaving Outlook, and you can check your agreement status. So this will take you to your account, to the main account. So how to send a document for signature from Outlook? There are 2 ways. You can either click on new email, specify the recipient, attach the document itself, and just click on send for signature. Or you can just find the email that someone sent to you, like this one. I just sent an email to myself earlier with the subject, please forward to the customer for signature. So I can select this email from here, click on send for signature. And now without leaving Outlook, it will attach this agreement to the transaction. I will provide the recipient email address, or actually just let me select the Jane email address. And I can just simply click on send. And that's it, as simple as that. The document has been sent for signature. Now, when I sign it as a customer, I will get a copy back to my Outlook. So there is another one waiting for Jane. I'm going to just quickly sign it. Click on apply, click on sign. And if you go back to the Outlook and just give it a few seconds, it all depends on the speed of your internet, obviously. So actually it is in the others. So I can see that this agreement has been sent for signature. And also, as soon as the customer sign it, I will receive the copy of the agreement, signed agreement, along with the audit report. So I can open it and see whether the customer signed it. If for some reason I delete this agreement and I lost it, there is no reason to worry, because you can always go to the agreement status and it will take you to your Adobe account where that agreement is stored as well. So you don't have to worry about archiving it from the Outlook, because it will be stored securely in your Adobe Sign account. Same if you want to send document directly from, let's say, directly from the Word document. You don't have to go to Outlook. You don't have to log into your Adobe Sign account. You can just simply open this agreement, work on it, provide some data that you wish, or just leave it for the customer. and then just click on Send for Signature. As simple as that. It will take you to your account that is embedded in the Word, so you don't have to leave the Word, and just click on Send. Provide the recipient email address. Click on Send. Once again, once the document is sent in Word, in order to find it, you have to go to the agreement status that will take you to your Adobe Sign account that is embedded here in the Word. So I don't think it can be ever any simpler. So if you have this as an integrated solution, you don't have to learn anything new. All you have to remember is where is that Send for Signature button. Same with the fill and sign. If you want to sign this document by yourself, you just click on fill and sign, provide your digital signature, and then click on Send. As simple as that. So that's it from me. I hope you agree that this was very simple. This is very simple to use interface.
Lovely. Thank you, Thomas, for that. Yeah, great insight into it. And yeah, it's great to see a demo to see how simple it can be. Yeah, we've had a couple of questions come in, Thomas. So
yes.
So we'll stop recording now, just so you can ask questions if you feel, yeah, you can ask anything now. So